most people think that it's hate, that it's prejudice at the root of racism.
The point that I want to make really clearly is that when the Portuguese come to Africa and witness chattel slavery and decide to get involved, they don't get involved because they're racist. They get involved because they have markets they want to expand. And then as they have to justify that to themselves and to the Pope, that's when the categories of whiteness and blackness kind of enter into the lexicon. It's that these folks they're savages and we've got to civilize them. They're heathens and we've got to Christianize them. And all of that is visible in their blackness. Yes, we're making a whole bunch of money doing this, but ignore that. What's really important is that they're black, we're white, and that gives us the license to exploit them. But what lies at the root of that is the exploitation, is the desire to make money. One of the things that I frame in the book is that race is part of what I call a demonic cycle of self-interest. So it begins in the desire to exploit and dominate one another. We all want to make money. We all want power. But that often requires us to place other people in subordinate positions. And people don't like to be in subordinate positions. So we have to employ violence to then enforce that exploitation and domination. But also because most of us have consciences, most of us, not all of us, but most of us, we don't wake up in the morning and think, I'm really excited for a day of exploiting, dominating, and killing my neighbor. So we create narratives in order to tell ourselves that that's not what we're doing to each other. Which is historically, that's what race is. One of these categories that's created specifically to justify modes of economic exploitation. So you have this cycle of exploitation, violence, lies. Exploitation, violence, lies. That's what keeps this train going. I mean, it's really obvious with racialized chattel slavery in this book. I apply it to lynching, but it applies to basically all forms of racial violence. And so the claim of the book is that if we want to resist that cycle, then it's going to require us to break it at each of those 3 points.
So every good book tackles some sort of problem, some sort of misunderstanding. I think what you're getting at here is by saying that greed, not hate, is the root of racism. The implication is